Hello, Mrs. Massins. It's so nice to see you again.
It's great to see you too. I just want to thank you for meeting with me today. I really appreciate that you're taking the time out of your schedule to meet with me.
Oh, it's a pleasure. I've been looking forward to sharing all of Matt's progress with you.
Oh, I'm so relieved to hear you say that. I'd actually asked to meet with you today because I wanted to know how Matt is adjusting to his new school.
Matt's transition was very smooth. The first day of class, he seemed to learn and adapt really quickly to the classroom setup and just school procedures, and he even joined in a game of soccer at recess, which was great to see.
Oh, that's wonderful. I'm so glad that he's fitting in and joining in with his friends. At his last school, he was really picked on a lot, and the other kids made fun of him, so we just had a lot of problems there.
Well, in our classroom, we have a zero tolerance policy for bullying, so it's not going to be like Matt's old school where he had problems with bullying and friends. Also, in class, we use a system called Think, Pair, Share every day, where students are given time to share their own ideas and brainstorm and just talk with other students in the class. And that way, he's getting integrated with other students in the class.
Oh, that's great. What do you do if there's like an odd number of students, or if one child's being left out a lot or getting picked last?
That's a good question. Well, if we have a number of odd students, which we determine at the beginning of the day through attendance, we let the students know that during Think, Pair, Share time, there's going to be one group of 3. That way they know right off the bat that we're going to have one group and no one's getting left out. If we notice that a group of students are always grouping up together or pairing together, we'll do elbow buddy pairing. So that means the person they're sitting next with, because their elbows are kind of touching, or we'll do a system where I draw out of a hat, or I even just match the kids up together. That way, they're always meeting new people and no one's being excluded.
Oh, that's great. That's really clever. I'm so glad you have so many tricks up your sleeve to help these kids and help Matt. I know he can be shy, so I'm sure that's helpful for him.
I've noticed Matt can be shy and very quiet. At the beginning of the year, he seemed a little nervous and wouldn't go up and ask for help or ask for a partner. However, I used the elbow buddy technique and then picked a new partner for him to use every so often. Also, I've been noticing that he's been eating lunch with and playing at recess with this boy named Sam. So I have started to match them up, and I actually moved Matt's chair, his desk, next to Sam because they've been really hitting it off.
Oh yeah, Matt's told me a lot about Sam. He said he recently got moved to the new table with him, like you just said. He likes to sit there a lot. He's really excited.
Yeah, he does seem a lot more excited. And something that's really great about him sitting next to Sam is that he's no longer embarrassed to use all his reading tools that I gave him. And now he keeps that bag of tools instead of in his desk on top of his desk. And he's always offering to share them with Sam, which is great to see.
Oh, that's great, yes. Speaking of the reading tools, I would love to hear more about some of the strategies that you're using with him to help him. As you know, he's always struggled in reading and writing, and I just really want to know what you're doing to help him, because I know his old school really didn't do anything.
Well, there are many strategies and interventions that we can use to improve reading and writing skills for students who have dyslexia, which I know Matt has. As a school, we are not going to ignore your son. We're going to do everything we possibly can to help him succeed. Since I'm the special educator in the classroom, I'm going to be able to help Matt during guided reading time and at other times without completely pulling him out of the classroom. So he's not going to miss instructional time, which is really important.
Oh, yeah. I'm so glad to hear that. I know he doesn't want to be singled out and taken out of the classroom, and I certainly don't want him to be missing his instructional time and or his elective classes, which I know they often do. Be taken to a resource room or...
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, exactly. We do everything we can to provide the least restrictive environment as possible for our students with learning disabilities.
What does the term mean exactly? I've heard it used a lot, but there's been so much paperwork. No one's really explained it to me. What does that mean?
Well, all it means is that we want Matt to be with his peers as much as possible. We don't want to place him in a resource room or a separate setting unless we believe that will be the most beneficial for him. Since Matt is adjusting well to the classroom and area and making friends that he's in now, we don't want to uproot him and place him somewhere else. So since he's doing well, we're going to leave him in this classroom unless there's an issue and we think another setting would work better for him. So if that were the case, we would contact you and talk all that out before we did any placement meetings or took any further steps. So all the least restrictive environment means is we're placing him in a setting in which he is striving in and is beneficial for him around his peers.
Oh, great. Thank you so much for explaining that to me. You know, ever since his diagnosis, no one's really explained what's going on. There's just been a whirlwind of stuff. But can you explain to me, as far as your classroom goes, what kind of reading instruction you're specifically going to use to help Matt?
There's a small group of students in the class other than Matt that struggle with reading. So he's going to be placed within that small group. So he's not going to be alone, and this is going to be an opportunity for him to meet more friends as well.
Oh, that sounds great. Can you be a bit more specific on what strategies you're using in that toolbox you mentioned earlier?
Yes, of course. Within the classroom, I've given Matt several strategies to use. For example, when reading, I gave Matt a colored, transparent kind of bookmark sheet. It has shown that in many studies, if a student uses that while reading, it's going to help their fluency. I've also provided Matt with extended time on reading because I know when a student feels pressured and under a time crunch, when they already struggle with reading, that makes them break down even more. So
Absolutely.
I eliminated that so he can have as much time as he needs on reading assignments. I've also checked out a couple books on tape for Matt to listen to. This will be enjoyable for him and fun and easy, and it will enhance his vocabulary as well.
Oh, great. What can I do at home to help him succeed?
First off, just encourage him. And it's great that you want to help him at home as well. And the main thing you can do is encourage him. Also, I have a couple extra transparent sheets that I can send home with you, so he can use that both at home and at school, and it becomes a routine. And having a routine is really great for students who have some disabilities. Also, to enhance his reading fluency, you can read to him as well. Hearing someone at an advanced level read to him is going to help him with his comprehension and his fluency and even his vocabulary as well.
That's great. I can definitely do all of that. And thank you so much for being so prepared and helping me so much today.
Oh, it's not a problem at all. Like I said, we'll start the placement process and we'll start implementations and strategies that we discussed today tomorrow. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to email me or call me. And I'll also be in contact with you with great progress and just how he's doing in the classroom.
Oh, that's great. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's so nice seeing you today.
Nice to see you too.